Shalom, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kodash. I want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the men that taught us this truth. And want to say peace, mercy, and blessings to all the hopeful elect out there. The true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, which means He exists or He is to be. The true name of the Son is Yahweh Shai, which means He is the deliverer. All right, and out here another Saturday, and pretty much what's trending in the news is World War III. You know, this is from the book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 14. This is Revelation chapter 11 and 14. It reads, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly. So that's actually talking about the Third World War, which is World War III, which is what? Right what we're on the brink of. This whole thing with Russia shooting for the first time ever, so they say, shooting an intercontinental ballistic missile at Ukraine, you know, during Trump's, you know, presidency, you know, even though he's, you know, president-elect, he's not in office yet, but you still have sleepy, creepy Joe Biden giving Ukraine the okay to use long-range missiles at Russia. So pretty much what they're doing, they're poking at that bear, okay? But what they don't understand is that bear is going to bring, the Mossad is going to use that bear to bring about the destruction of this society, along with what chariot invasions, what the world would call UFOs, the men of the Lord getting spiritual power. There's going to be a takeover of the elect, okay? As it's written in Daniel, the saints shall take the kingdom. So what this Third World War, the reason for it is for what you other nations have done to the Israelites, man. Putting us in slavery, selling us here, parting our land. So that's all judgment. So call all Yahweh Shem Shai. You know, the third woe, that's one of the major prophecies that we're waiting for, man. World War III, the implementation of the mark of the beast. And now that you got Donald Trump, he got Elon Musk in his cabinet. And what is he pushing? Cryptocurrency, AI technology, brain chips, CBDC. You know, so we see what it's about to go. You know,
it's the Dr.
Oz.
Oz.
He put him. I think he put him over. Well, he was talking about the chip on his TV show, but he's in his office too. You know, he got the skinhead in his office. He got no Jakes in there. You know.
So basically, what he's doing is he's gathering all his celebrity friends in high places. So they're trying to just use that whole popularity, what they call that, an electoral vote, the popular vote. So he's using that popularity thing, like the what's that, celebrity, what's that show he had hosted?
Oh, you talking about
Celebrity something? But
man.
it's just some celebrity fake reality TV bullshit, man. You know, like the brothers always say, it's a stage.
Yeah, the world's a stage. And with Trump, the apostles always say that's Neo. Yeah. But you look at an old bust of Caesar Nero, it kind of does look kind of resemble him. He kind of carries that spirit too. You know what I'm saying? You can tell he used to be in the rulership position. But that's hey, it's just like a movie. Like you'll see a character, this guy would play in like a Horse and Knights movie. But then you'll see another movie with Hearts and Knights. But that's just like us. The spirit of the prophet is subject on the prophets.
It's like Mike Tyson. He was, you know, like he was a gladiator back in the ancient world in Rome and poverty. He was one of the Jakes that was gladiator in the arenas and stuff. So he's back and doing what he was doing in his past life.
Exactly, like Floyd Mayweather, you know, Muhammad Ali, those ancient warrior gladiator spirits, you know, duking out in front of millions, 100,000 of people, you know.
And if I can land back on what you said about the possibility of a world war with Trump coming in office, or Biden giving Ukraine those long-range missiles to get into central Russia. I was watching News Nation now, one of them shows on News Nation. But they were saying like, when have you ever seen where a president is leaving out of office, but then he's causing a situation to where there can be a World War III? So it's like get back. It's like the Democratic Party is upset that they didn't win, so they say, okay, we're gonna give Russia these missiles to start this war on our way out.
That's a great point. 'Cause you know that's like you you know, you're giving somebody the house, but then you leaving it all fucked up.
Yeah.
The windows bust out.
Yeah. Airbnb.
You know, it's infested with cockroaches and shit.
Exactly.
So that's the house that Donald Trump is getting ready to inherit from the the left, the Democrats. And what that's going to do, that's going to further the division. Because the prophecy of Egyptian against Egyptian is going to come to pass. You know?
Just got a quick one. Let's elaborate on it. The book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
Right, so we're going to keep hearing about wars and rumors of wars. Because now they're saying that a top general from North Korea, he got injured over there in that war. You know, so they dragged the North Korea and South Korea is divided. You know, the country is divided. South Korea is an ally of the West, the whore, Babylon the Great, America, and North Korea is allied with Russia. And these two countries are at odds with one another. So North Korea is sending troops to Russia, and one of their top generals got injured over there in Ukraine. So that's wars, rumors of wars. You still got the tension between Iran and Lil Satan, the small hats, which they're saying they're talking about retaliating before holidays. And also there could be an attack on U.S. soil before the holidays. And if you just go around, nobody's in that holiday spirit. But the scriptures also says that the mirth of the land is gone. You don't see any people, doing Christmas carols. You don't hear nobody talking about Thanksgiving meal. Motherfuckers don't have the money.
I told my wife the other day, I said, yo, it's kind of weird. Thanksgiving is next week. I said, I don't even feel like it because you don't see it.
Yeah.
You don't see it being pushed out, promoted. It's like,
Yeah, so you know what's going to happen. They're going to start talking about travel. They're already pushing this thing with pneumonia. They're saying kids are getting it, which it is something in the air. And we know it's Esau, and it could be coming from the chemtrails, man. They're spraying us like roaches. Read that again.
Verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars, rumors of wars, see that ye be not troubled.
Right, but we're not going to let these, such things trouble us. Like, why is this happening? Because we understand now that, okay, this is a sign. And also, these things, you got to let it play out, because it's part of the Most High's movie,
See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Right, the end is not yet though, because we still, we get excited when we see, these things happening, but are we at the end yet? No, because the elect still have to be sealed, which they could already be sealed. That's why they're saying it's the beginning of World War III, but also the other major prophecy of the RFID chip that has to come to pass.
Man, a lot of these end-ups they don't flip their lid. You heard about they call themselves the 64s.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a little group of chicks now, end-up come out we the 64s, and there's one lady talking about you don't need no man from the sky that's gonna save you. You must do it. If you wanna save yourself, you gotta change your mind. I said, man, you wouldn't even flip their lid.
A lot of these women are into witchcraft.
Yeah, that's
they're into astrology. Mm-hmm. They have chats. Just like, company of prophets, you got company of witches, putting curses on men, destroy your life. Esau and fucking Eve, man, the top enemies of the Israelite man, of all the tribes. This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 1. In the headlines it says, judgment on Israel's enemies, which pretty much all the nations, all the table of nations, the 18 nations, starting with Edom, as it tells you in Psalms 83, all of these nations are the enemies of Israel, It says, for behold, in those days And in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. So that means when the Lord is going to take us out. So I'm going to read it in the G&T. This is Joel chapter 3 in the Good News Translation. The Lord says, at that time, I will restore the prosperity of Judah and Jerusalem. What's that's going into? That's actually going into us getting back our inheritance. Our inheritance, our heritage of what? The land. You know, the blessings of Abraham. You know, which is what? That whole land from the Nile to the Euphrates, man. Which Esau doesn't possess all that, which is why he's trying to execute an operation called what? Greater Israel. What this operation has done is got his ass on war at 7 fronts. So they're surrounded. But that's a big part of the prophecy too. Because little Satan over there, they gonna drag the whore and some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's like you going out with your buddy. But this motherfucker he all belligerent. He's fucking with people. And he get you in some shit. Now you gotta fight because of him. But that's what little Satan is doing to, Babylon the Great.
And, they just found, and then they just breaking news. They were saying Nadahu, whatever his name is, Nadaju, said that they got a warrant for his arrest for war crime.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I saw that. They said that it was, I think about like 10 countries that was on the list that said that they would be willing to arrest Netanyahu over the war crime, and they were all like allies of the NATO. You know what I mean? So they already realized, they've been knew it, that they were over there slaughtering them, you know what I mean, them PLO motherfuckers.
The Palestinians,
You know what I
which a
mean?
lot of them could be Israelites, man.
Right.
That's why they treating them like that.
Right.
You know, a lot of them could be heathens too, but Jake is everywhere, you know.
Yeah.
Back in Joel 3, Good News Translation, verse 2. I will gather all nations and bring them to the valley of judgment. So even though, because right now Russia, they all, they all being distracted with the situation in Ukraine. But the Lord said, I'm gonna bring all nations to the valley of Jehoshaphat. This is why the Euphrates the river is drying up to make way for the kings of the east. You know. So I'm gonna get, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 16. Esau spraying us like the goddamn bugs, man. Just woke up one day, middle of the week, you know. This is Revelation 16 and verse 12. And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, where that's over there in the valley, man, the Middle East. You know, and for years that place has been drying up. You know what I'm saying? It's about prepared now. And the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. That's talking about the different, Elamites, Persians, dragons of Arabia. It speaks about that in 2nd Esdras 15. You know, because one thing that little Satan is doing is he's managing to unite those different Arab nations, which were once divided. The Shiite Muslims, the Sunni Muslims, they all come together now because they understand, like, damn, we gotta, we have to stick together because we're being slaughtered. They're taking out all the top generals. It started with Qasim Soleimani. They just took out one recently, so they're gonna have to come together. What is forcing them to come together, and what the Lord's gonna do, drive the Euphrates, so that they don't have to, cross the river. It's gonna be, they can walk over it, all right, so they can meet all in that valley, you know. I'm gonna read the ledger. It says the sixth vial of wrath is the preparation for the battle of Armageddon. You break down that word, it's Hamagadwan, which means a mountain of troops, which means many troops over there. It says the sixth trumpet also mentioned the great river Euphrates. Its water being dried up permitted the armies of the kings of the east side of the Euphrates to join the kings of the whole world for the battle of the great day of the Most High Almighty, to war against the Most High. So these nations, another aspect of World War III, you got the war in heaven, because Esau got his space force, his fighter jets, his satellites, direct energy weapon. Esau got some shit. But he always talking about how he knocked the chariot down and inspect the parts. That's bullshit, man. He don't have the technology or the weaponry to be on the level to touch what the Most High got.
Just like they said, he don't got the weaponry to stop Putin's own, what you call it, missiles.
Yep.
You can't do it. You can't stop the missiles.
That's why I said, Joel, they shall fall upon the sword and not be wounded. Because when you have nuclear missiles, you got to have weaponry to protect against that. So they have the Iron Dome, I believe that's what they call it in Little Satan. But when Iran just shot off 100 of missiles, that shit, all of them hit. They played it off, but the point is that the Iron Dome didn't work. So the Lord's not going to allow their defense system to work,
Putin, he just threatened, the U.S. with another degree, stating that because of the arsenal he's, Biden and America has sent over to Israel. They have a new missile called the Frontier, and this missile is nuclear capable. So I think they say it can fit like at least 5 warheads in it, maybe something of the sort. But they said this missile is so dangerous. They said that when they shoot it up, I saw the video of them shooting it. It looked like a fucking nuke because it's like an arc of light. It shoot out like that, but it goes up, but then it comes down, and then it shoots out the missile outside of the head of it. So it shoots like multiple.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That shit crazy,
yeah,
man.
I know what you're talking about. I think they call it, what do they call it?
The Frontier.
Frontier, yeah, I see it.
Yeah, American trouble, boy.
Yeah, that's dope because the Lord said, man, I created a smith to blow
Right.
the coals in the fire. So you got gunsmith, now you got the ICBM smiths. They make the nukes, the warheads and shit.
The Oppenheimer.
Yep.
It's like a gun that shoot up and then it's like it hovers over space, over the earth.
Yeah.
And then like it sets it down. Boom, 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 boom. I seen that. Yeah, that's just dope.
Crazy.
I think they got another one, something similar to that called the Jericho. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why the Lord says not going to be no day like it.
Right.
We didn't have technology like this, even when they first put us in slavery. It wasn't
I just got natural news. It said Texas offering Trump 1,400 acres to construct mass deportation camps. Process of use.
So that goes with the Alien Enemy Act. And I believe the article you sent, how they approached this Haitian man, but he had legal documents. But they're not going to care because the days we coming upon is the time of Jacob's trouble.
Yeah, and somebody called on it. So it wasn't just like the Coast Guard or whoever it was, the sheriff came upon them. So somebody called and said it looked like some migrants are trying to, you know what I mean? So there's sleeper cells
Oh wow.
all over getting activated, like, you know, like the Matrix, like, yeah, he's right there, Neo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's part of that persecution.
Right.
You know, because that's gonna take a part to us too.
Yeah.
That's why these jakes that wear their fringes and you know, they just making themselves a target, man.
Yeah. And you're right, it is going to be that Egyptian against Egyptians because the mayor of Denver, I think Colorado, said that he will not allow the National Guard. They're talking about letting the army come into the cities to get rid of the migrants. But the mayor in Denver said we're not going to allow them to attack sanctuary cities, which I think Denver is one of those.
No.
Colorado.
Yeah, and also New York. So you know what's gonna happen? They're gonna flee to these sanctuary cities, and you know, Trump is going. Yep.
Yeah.
This is Revelation 16 and 12, finishing off the ledger. It says the demons influence these kings to do the will of Satan. And scripture says the king's heart is in the hand of the Most High. So the Most High is using, you know, left-hand angels to play on the minds of the modern day kings. You know, your prime ministers, your presidents, things of that nature.
When it says he turn it to whichever way he will, you know. Yeah, the Lord using them to do his bidding, you know.
This is Proverbs 21 and verse 1. The king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Now we know, you know, Biden, you know, presidents over here, pretty much all of them, they're under, you know, they're not acting on their own will. You know, like for example, in America, Americans think that you can just vote a president in and he's, you know, he's doing the bidding of himself, but actually he's a puppet of the elites. You know, what the Most High is doing, he's the one that's putting it in the minds. You know, because the president is just a face of the corporation of America. You know, but the other nations, the Most High is working on their minds too. You know, and this is why they're saying, oh, Biden gave the okay to Ukraine. But why would he give the okay to Ukraine when he got like what, almost 2 months left in his presidency? Because they're setting Trump up as a savior. Because another part of the prophecy says, when they shall say peace and safety, then that's when the destruction is going to come. You know? This is Proverbs 21, verse 1. It says, the king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he wills. Most High, you know, there ain't no free will. You know, y'all gotta watch that movie, Heretic, man. That's another thing that showed you. You know, destroyed the concept of free will. You know, Esau was going in. You know, it also showed you how your faith is gonna be tested.
Yeah, he had them bitches in shambles. But the two doors, there was one door marked for belief, and the other one was disbelief.
Yep.
So that was them basically mimicking how Satan is gonna try to have you denounce the Lord.
And he set them up because he needed them to make a conscious decision. Okay, now with all this information I gave you, what door are you gonna go through? You still believe or you don't?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Back in Joel chapter 3 and verse 2, it says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel. So when it goes into plead, it don't mean that the Most High is gonna, come down and beg, please leave my people alone. Scripture says the Most High is a man of war. When you think about the song of Moses, that's the Israelites rejoicing over the Most High destroying the Egyptians in the Red Sea. Okay, the modern day Red Sea is going to be the lake of fire, which is what Babylon the Great is going to turn into after the nuclear destruction and also the destruction from the chariots. So the Most High is going to drown the Egyptians in the Red Sea again. This time, 2/3 of our people are going to get caught up in it.
Right, because if man knows that there can't be any peace except their reward take place first, how much more the Lord? You know what I mean? Because it says that the saints shall take the king. So taking something ain't asking for it. No, you're going to siege it.
It's an act of violence.
Exactly.
Imagine, somebody stole a bike from you, you catch them.
Right.
You ain't gonna, hey, please, you're gonna, hey,
take your shit. Well,
you
that's
take it
right,
back
because
forcefully.
it's our stuff.
Right.
It's rightfully so ours anyway. So
Right.
it's like we just like getting our get back.
Right. So we taking what's ours. We just taking it back.
That's
You
right.
stole it from us. You pretty much played a mind fuck on us. Told us we're not the people. That's why it says in Hosea, in the place where it said you're not the people, there's gonna be told to you, you're the sons of the living power. And we out here declaring it. Back in Joel 3, verse 2, it says, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land, which that was part of that crafty counsel, to cut us off from being a nation, to keep us in sin, so there could be that disconnect between us and Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Then he threw out all sorts of confusion. Jehovah's Witness, Judaism, Christianity. You have something called the Slave Bible, Mormonism, Catholicism, Islam. That's all traps, man. Because you get in that, and a lot of people, our minds are bugged out. I have little brothers in the world that grew up in the church, but now they're Muslim. So that's what that religion does to you, man. It fucks you up. People stop believing in the Most High completely. They become atheists because it's all confusion. That woman last night, she said, I'm tired of the church.
That's when it goes back to the garden. The Lord, picked Adam and Eve out. He set up the swords and the cherubims. They set it like he's going, set different ways so they can't come back to the garden. So that's Esau, man. That cherubim, you can't set up all types of confusion. So it's hard for you to get, come back.
That goes with the curses. Thou shalt grope at noonday as a blind man in the darkness.
But when you think about it, it actually goes hand in hand with the reason why we call this place Babylon. You know what I mean? 2.0. It's the land of confusion. So you would have all these different religions and ideologies and philosophies here. You know what I mean? Because when you go over to these so-called third world countries, they either they Muslim or they some form of Christian or the fake the FJ.
Right, and do you know in a lot of countries the Bible is banned?
Right.
They straight up banned this book. So it makes sense that the majority of the elect will come out of America.
Right.
And the majority of our people over here, because we have free speech, we have right to religion. You don't have that in a lot of places like China.
Yeah, so it all makes sense, man. It's like you can't deny it. It's like it's just too what they call it, complex in its setup. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Esau talking about a Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
The world is made too perfect,
To just happen to happen. Or it just happen to
That's
happen.
why he cursed him when he cursed him in the garden. He said, "You dust, you eat of the dust, being confused." You know what I'm saying? Because when you see when it's dusty, it's hard for you to see. You can't see clear. This place, man, can't see clear at all.
he's an ultimate heretic, hypocrite. Back in Joel 3, in verse 3, and they have cast lots for my people and I've given a boy for an harlot. Yeah, they showed you that on drum, Mandingo. Esau actually had sex forms where he would breed our people. You know, a lot of them moles. What he would do to the men of our nation, buck breaking, the young boys. He's a damn demon.
Sent you that text last night about what the
What he did to them dogs.
dogs. 42 dogs, man.
You know, this man's he's in the bestiality. He's actually putting his rod inside of an animal. That that's disgusting, man. You know, that's why Scripture says a profane person as Esau. You know, it ain't. You know, of course it's talking about Esau, Edom, but his descendants too.
Yeah.
They embody that spirit, man.
But that goes into why Job said what he said. I wouldn't trust him with my dog.
Right? And pretty much, I wouldn't leave you niggas around my cat.
You know what I'm saying?
They end up popping the damn animal because
Right.
he's sexually immoral. You know, in every shape, form, and fashion, he just vile.
Yeah.
Best word to describe it. Vile demon, man. Vessel for dishonor. It says they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. Sold our daughters, mothers, aunts, wives for wine. As soon as you get a wife, Esau or Papa, shows you that on Birth of a Nation, Django Unchained. You know. Verse 4, yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? The real Palestinians or Philistines were Hamites, so-called Africans. But through migration, war, they got pushed out of there. So the people over there now are Ishmael, Elam, Asher, a lot of them Israelite, Turks, Edom, you know. It says, will ye render me a recompense? And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own heads. So the Most High is going to judge all the nations, man. They all had a part to play in our captivity. Because during the time of 70 AD, you had 1 million Jews fled into Africa. They begin to set up empires, kingdoms. That's why you have Mansa Musa, things of that nature, Fort Judah.
Exactly. Who was that? I think that was who was that we just was talking about? I think that Trick Daddy, one of them was saying one of them was saying
both
like,
of them.
There's that was somebody else that was talking. Oh, Cool G Rap. Remember I sent it in the chat. Cool G Rap was saying like when you look at some of the older maps, you'll see that there's the Kingdom of Judah on there, Land of Judah. You know what I'm saying? So there were actual empires like the Igbo.
Right.
Like our people, the remnants of our people still there.
I think that's a broken way of saying Hebrew.
Yeah.
Igbo, Hebrew.
Yeah.
You know, they were trying to say Hebrew, but you know, they kind of lost the language.
The Benin, the Benin, I think they Hebrew too.
Hindu, I think it was Hindu.
Something like that. Yeah. But it's actual African that they claim to be African tribes. It's actually the Jews of the, you know what I'm saying, of the Bibles that's still there. That's carrying on some of the same practices. You know, with the fringes, stuff of that nature.
You have the Shanti tribe.
Yeah.
That's Judah, Benjamin, Levi.
Yeah.
Zulus.
Yeah.
You know. This is back in Joel chapter 3 and verse 5. Because you have taken my silver and my gold and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. That happened. That's actually talking about us as a people. But Esau actually did that, and then he commemorated an ark to it called the Ark of Titus, of him carrying out the menorah, you know, goodly, you know, from the temple.
Right.
You know, damn devil, man.
But wasn't that then what happened? They put it in their temple, and then their God fell over and cracked it.
That's Philistine. They
You know what I mean?
they took the Ark of the Covenant,
Yeah.
and they put it, you know, with their gods, and they came back and their God was broken up.
Right.
You know. And then they started getting hemorrhoids and shit.
Right.
Or smite them.
You And it's like, you know what? We gotta get this thing out of here.
Right.
We can't just send it back. We gotta send it back with an offering.
Yeah. And that's what people say about certain items being cursed, or some of them are like protected, like the Ark of the Covenant by a higher power. You know what I mean? So yeah, you just can't be bringing any and everything in your house because you found it on the side of the scroll. Like, why did that person put it there? It might have bed bugs in it, something infestation, and then here you is brought it in your damn house, but it got a curse on it because I was watching this one on I think it was Prime Video called Clown, and this dummy he was trying to I think the clown they had booked had canceled, so he didn't want to let his son down for the birthday party, and he was like a realtor, so he was in his house and he found like something looked like a clown suit, but it actually was a demon skin. But once you put the thing on, you can't get it off because your sweat starting to like bring it back to life. You know, something dried out.
Yeah.
And you put water on like leather.
Yeah.
You like rehydrated, but it brought the demon alive in him. So yeah, man, things is cursed, a cursed thing. Objects.
Gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Watching some deep movies there, man.
Yeah, that's
Shit, that was
that's
I never
fire.
heard of that one.
Hey, it says wisdom flowed through all things, and I've been in that spirit too.
Yeah.
Watching, seeing spiritual jewels I could get.
Yeah, you take out of it. Some things just happen to just be there. You don't even be looking for it. You know?
Joel 3 and verse 6, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have you sold unto the Grecians. And this scripture, the Grecians is talking about Esau, Edom. Because it started with Philip of Macedon, then Alexander the Great, you know, and then his 4 generals, as the Edomites, man. You know,
Wicked root went out.
when you go into the Hellenes or the Hellenist, those are the Jews that spoke Greek, and they carried that Greek culture. You know, it's verse 7. Behold, I will raise them out of the place where you have sold them. That's what's happening right now. We're being raised up. The spirit of life goes back to Revelation 11. The spirit of life is come, has entered into us, and we're standing upon our feet in great boldness against Esau and the other nations. You know?
I think what the valley dry bone.
Yep.
Flesh can't die.
Skin to skin, bone to bone, and then that breath. Like the Most High say, He breathed breath into Adam.
Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding.
The Yahushua actually did the same thing to his disciples. He breathed on them. You know?
I think that scripture was going into the camps.
Yep.
Some got the breath, some don't. It's got the flesh.
Yep.
Yep. The ten virgins. 5 foolish and
5 wise.
5 wise.
Joel 3 and verse 8. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hands of the children of Judah. So, hey, it's a big payback coming, man. You know, I believe it says in Daniel, no evil got done to any other nation like it got done to us. We've been through some shit as a people, man. You know?
History lets you know that.
They,
You know what I mean?
I go on TikTok, they talking about facts about slavery. Did you know they used to put black pregnant woman, they used to put the stomach of a pregnant woman, put her belly down, and you know, just torture her, grape her, beat her.
Or even on modern medical breakthroughs, the slave Jews. I've seen documentaries on how they was like using Eve for like OBGYN research and stuff.
Yep.
A lot of stuff that benefits Esau was first experimented on through us, through the descendants, you know, descendants of slaves.
Yeah, in the devil's mind, we couldn't feel pain.
Right.
So he'll do a lot of procedures without anesthetics,
Yeah.
the proper things you need to numb.
Yeah.
You know, Esau, he had let Eve die, and you know, got them on them
Labor table.
on the labor table, man. Or if it
To
was
this day.
but if it's Edomite women, it's the other way around.
Right.
They switch the babies in the hospital. They do all type of shit to our people.
Yeah.
You know?
But that's just like the scripture say, there's nothing new under the sun. That's what the Egyptians were trying to do with the midwives. It's like if it's a Hebrew son, a boy, kill him. If it's the female, let him live. So they always been trying to take us out, man.
And that right there proves the man carried the seed. You take out all the men, you keep the woman. The Hamite man could still put a seed in those women and bring back more Hamites. Because eventually those women are going to die, and then the whole race die off, man. That's what this whole homosexual agenda is about. You got more and more people coming out. I just seen some shit with this guy, Khalid. He came out the closet.
Who, the singer?
I think he got the song "Can't Just Talk."
Yeah,
I don't know if you heard
that.
Yep. Dude was a Mo. He came out as a Mo.
That's fucked.
I just was curious. I say, how many people came out 2024? All type of people came up, man. And he's one of them.
Yeah. Well, I think Childish Gambino last year too was saying he was kind of trying to figure out his sexual orientation. This shit crazy.
I've been knew he was already.
It's to the point now where you got a lot of these actors and actresses that you see on movies, rap videos. A lot of what you think is a woman, it could actually be a damn transformer or man. And what you think is a man could actually be a woman that transition. That's the level of witchcraft. But it been like that.
Right.
We just didn't peak.
But they say, you've always had people look side-eyed at, certain shapes. Not saying all of them, but when you go into that whole, what they call it in high school, you go into drama, theater, and all that, you kind of get looked at funny, like, look at you doing funny, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like even with Giselle, they furthered that thing because he was interviewed by a Mo, and he brought up the whole kiss scene that he didn't have to bring up. It's just something in his spirit perplexed him, to say it. But he asked him, well, is there any other gay movies or scenes or roles we can see you playing in? And Denzel talking about, there's none written for me, but you gonna write it? You know what I'm saying? So he's ready. Like, this shit crazy, bro. Like a lot of shit, like Cat Williams did say, he said a lot of shit gonna come out this year.
Now the scripture. Book of Isaiah, chapter 60, verse 2. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee.
Let's break it down.
Now I was just saying, he said, gross darkness, man. That's just part of that gross darkness, man. Covered everybody. Everybody's coming out, out of their little closet now, saying that they the other people, the alphabetical. You know what I'm saying? They got their own little race going on.
The others.
Man.
That's why it says in Zechariah, to the others, he said to my hearing, go after and smite. No, that's Ezekiel. They're part of those others, man.
Right.
We're sighing and crying for that shit. Even Lot was. Lot was vexed with that shit, man.
Well, who was that? Was that Joshua? He said, I'm going to draw a line in the sand, and in this day, me and my family going to choose to serve the Lord. So they're actually choosing their side. They letting you know now, hey, I'm actually with the shit.
Yep, those same wicked spirits from the flood, man, from Sodom and Gomorrah. Right. That's why the Lord said that, as in the days, let's get that. He said, as in the days of Noah, man. During the days of Noah, people were wicked. It was very violent. And Esau, his blessing, he's violent.
He said that third, fourth generation, I'm gonna visit people that hated me.
Was that? He said, how is it said in Matthew? I'm gonna have to get it, man. But pretty much saying it's gonna happen in this generation.
Yeah, but that's when his coming back. He said, every knee shall bow and every eye shall see me, even those that pierce me.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So yeah, reincarnation, one-on-one.
This is Matthew 24 and 34. That's the spirit. It says, verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. So this, this is going to be the generation where as the Lord said, behold, I'm coming with clouds and every eye shall see. Which is why he's setting up that whole narrative, giving cops pamphlets on UFOs, because they already know why you got to build a space force. Then what does Elon Musk have? SpaceX. He talking about going to Mars.
Yeah, y'all brought that out. I think he brought it out and said he said that he's doing stuff that NASA can't even do.
Yeah.
So I was watching something and it was like, damn, he's doing shit NASA can't even do.
Yep. He's set up that way.
Right.
He's different. He wore a goddamn costume with Baphomet, black and red costume with Baphomet on it. I believe one of his sons is a girl now. He named her some weird name, some weird it's some weird Edomite shit.
Oh, you know what too? I think one of Denzel's children is gay. I think it's his daughter. She a lesbo. So I think their heart starts to get kind of compromised with their mind when one of their children come out of the closet. And, you know what I mean? Now they gotta go to bat for their child.
And Marlon Wayne's too. His damn daughter is now,
Same thing with Mike Tyson.
I was about to say that. He about to beat his daughter and him was about to beat Boosie ass. He's talking shit.
But hey, you know what that is? That's actually a curse.
Yeah.
Because in order to get to that level of fame, you gotta sacrifice your children to Molech. That's part of it.
Magic Johnson.
Oh,
Dwayne Wade.
that's a Magic Johnson. That's a damn shame.
That's crazy.
That's a tall ass dude.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
I do like 6'10" or some shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You would never thought back then, in the 1980s, you would never thought they would be where they at right now. That would never cross your mind. Like, these are flamboyant sometimes.
Well, how he said they declare their sin as Sodom. That's what they doing, man. They out in your face with it. Especially at the job, man. On these jobs. That's why I just stay to myself, man.
I got a lot of them at where I work. You're gonna see that when you put it to work, man. You're gonna see that.
Y'all, these damn studs walking around, you can tell they kind of think they got some masculine energy, which they kind of do. This shit is weird. You got men walking around,
Yeah, so they've been popping them testosterone pills. Supplements.
What makes your mom want to get?
they walk around proud as hell too, man. You know? This is the book of Luke, chapter 17 and verse 26.
So Luke,
Yes.
what, 23?
17, verse 26.
Yeah, right on it too.
Yeah, please.
The book of Luke, chapter 17, verse 26. And it was in the days of Noe, shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man.
Right, as it was. Oh, keep going.
All right. Verse 27. They did eat, they drink, they married wives, and they were given in marriage.
Nowadays, you got same-sex marriage. You know what I'm saying? So marriage don't last these days, but you still have weddings and shit here and there. We used to see it when we was camped over here in Main Street. Them having weddings every damn Saturday. So those things happen. You have people marrying, giving in marriage, eating, drinking for the holidays. Thanksgiving is coming up. You know, Thanksgiving, National Day of Mourning, Native American, whatever you want to call it. You know, Columbus Day.
But I think they highest hell day is Christmas.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
jump right over. Motherfuckers get ready during Halloween for Christmas.
Yep.
I mean, the spirit is just, I'll be on Facebook, you know what I mean, peeking in sometimes, and these damn nigga women, I got my tree up already. This is like weeks ago.
Them motherfuckers will leave that tree up till Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Because they so damn lazy, or they so damn demonic.
Yeah.
I went to the store the other day, big ass Christmas tree up in there. I'm like, damn, but even with that, you still didn't have the vibe of,
Right.
like they're trying to.
Yeah.
But that spirit ain't there. When we were kids, that Christmas,
Oh, you went all out.
that was something you look forward to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There was a feeling of family,
Yeah.
or
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That's not here no more.
Watching the Peanut cartoons and It's a Wonderful Life and Miracle on 21st Street, whatever.
What's that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad with the toy? I remember watching that.
Home Alone.
I was about to say that
You know
too.
what I'm saying? Hot chocolate and fucking cook Christmas cookies and shit.
Right, we might, you know what I'm saying? We might not grow up wealthy, but during that Christmas time, it was the spirit. And when you know what I'm saying, you made sure, your parents made sure you had what you wanted.
Right. No matter how bad your little ass was. Ridiculous.
Keep going.
Yeah. They did eat and drink. They married wives. They were given in marriage until the day of that Noah entered into the ark.
Right, Noah was preaching, I believe 120 years, you know, but they didn't believe it because it never happened before. Just like the virgin daughter of Babylon never been entered before, so they don't believe us, you know. But then when it happened, they're like, oh shit, banging on the door of the ark. That's why the Most High had to shut the ark up, you know. So now you niggas ain't getting that, you know. Now you can't leave. You gotta imagine how terrifying that is. Like, oh, what the fuck? You know, there's water. And then some people have fear of drowning. You might have fear of sea creatures.
I know when they felt that drop, like you know how you walking, you know, you think it's summer, you know, you think it's hot. You feel that drop, like bing, like oh, like, you know,
Like, oh, that shit just got real.
Yeah.
But you know, at that moment, they knew they fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, they tried to. It showed us. It showed a little, like almost a cartoon style documentary on it. How they were trying to get to the highest mountains, pass the children up. Sea creatures, big ass whales, Leviathan, crocodile sharks was fucking them up, man.
I think in that too, they show how deep it was in comparison to some of the leagues under the sea. So they said the ark was up on what was that mountain?
Mount
Ararat.
Out there in
They
Turkey.
said that mountain is high as hell, but they did like a reversal of it being under sea, and that mountain was like still up under all that water. Like it still was like a ton of water over top that mountain, boy.
Most High was angry. Most High said, it repented me I put man on the earth. So Most High was pissed off, man.
Right.
He saved only 8 people.
Right.
That's the elect though. But this time the elect is gonna be the 144,000, 1/3. You know?
Multitude, you know.
Keep going.
And they're given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all.
Flood came and destroyed. Meaning no escape. The way it's set up now, it ain't gonna be no escape. The only way out of this flood is in the chariot. It's gonna be up, man. Unless you're a martyr. You know?
That's the what you call it, galactic ark. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Verse 28. Likewise, also, as it was in that day of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they built.
Right, so you gotta imagine these places, Sodom and Gomorrah. It probably looked like, luxurious, wealthy place, well established, Wasn't just no run. It was a place that people wanted to be. It's the reason why Lot chose that place. Wow. Even the earth back then, it was on a different vibration. But they were being wicked, worshiping idols. The Most High had to destroy them. It said Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities.
Like 5 neighboring cities.
Like that work.
So you gotta imagine, you might think you're gonna run up to Mexico or Canada. Wow. Nope.
You finished? Likewise, also as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they built. Verse 29. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom.
Right, they continued with their daily life. They thought shit was sweet. You know, it says that in Ecclesiastes, even though judgment is not executed speedily, the heart is fully set to do evil. So they're like, I'll keep getting away with it, you know. Till one day the Most High, you know, send harsh, extreme judgment on you.
What it says, although it tarry, wait for it. It shall happen. It shall come to pass.
And that's just, matter of fact, to land back and go to Genesis, because the Lord said,
Just like you said, like talking of the Lord, the 5 neighbor cities got hit. Just like when the news hit, they said that every island should move out of this place.
shall real to and fro like a drunkard.
Bro.
You know, and the fact that the earth being hit with such weaponry, they ain't ever happened before. So that's gonna be scary. And then with the technology, you know, the media, the Most High is gonna have this televised. That's how the other nations gonna stand and fall off lamenting. They're gonna see the smoke of our burning. You
I
know,
know that's like I'll be thinking about that though. That like other nations watching this place getting hit, and I'm like, I'm glad I didn't go to America. Scout plan too. I'm glad someone told me to stay if I had to.
right? Already they left. Because
Uh-huh.
it does say every man gonna turn again to his own people
Yup.
and be like, we left just in time.
Yup.
A lot of them ain't gonna leave though. They're gonna be stuck here. You know. This is Genesis chapter 18 and verse 20. And the Lord said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous. And that's just like here, man. You know, it's very grievous. We're living in modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. You know, matter of fact, I'm gonna go to 19. It says, Genesis 19 and 1, and there came 2 angels to Sodom at even. So these angels came down and embodied, you know, they look like men. You know, so when the men of Sodom, who were Sodomites, which nowadays they're called moles, you know, they saw these angels that were men and they was lusting after them, man. Sick. You know, but that's what happens here. You know, weird shit.
I think they said that they were attractive to them. They were fair looking.
Boy, why they did that? They did that. That's why the agents so fly. It's like, yo, y'all gotta hurry up and go. You know what
Right,
I'm saying?
you gotta imagine they were pissed off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're probably tall, big ass beard,
Right.
austere looking, had the swords.
Yeah.
It was ready. It was ready. You know?
Well, because it's lawful to put them type of people to death.
Yep, as the Lord says, it's a righteous thing to recompense tribulation unto them that trouble you. You know, so they were troubling the spirit.
Right.
And there came 2 angels to Sodom and even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. Lot was tired of this shit. Like, man, I should have never fucking came here, man. You know, probably praying.
You know who brought him there?
Yeah.
Nigga one, man. His nigga wife.
Yeah.
Women always lead you to some place you don't want to be.
Right.
They
Yeah.
just like they want to go to a party here. Let's go over here. I'm not going over there. You go in
Right.
there and all types of foolery going on. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? Drunk. You know what I'm saying?
Goddamn death trap, man.
Walk me here.
It says, and there came 2 angels to Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom, and Lot seeing them rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. So, you know, it was spiritual. Lot greeted him, you know, bowed down to him, saluted him. Verse 2, and he said, behold, now my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and you shall rise up early and go on your way. So Lot was trying to warn him, like, listen, come with me, man. Stay at my house, got you, not be out here. You know? That's kind of like I Am Legend. When he was in the tub, he had all shut up in his house. You know, it's crazy out there, but that's this place. Which is why we stay where we stay. We stay there ourselves.
Right.
You know, we don't really be out enjoying the festivities of Babylon. It's all wicked.
Proves that Jake was warning cats Diddy parties? Was that Cat Williams? Somebody was getting on him like, early on. Was like, yo, don't be going to them Diddy parties, man. That was a lie. He was trying to warn, the end, like, yo, come in here, man.
But that's what America is, one big Diddy party.
Right.
And of course, you will make the face of a Jake, but you actually have something called the island, Epstein Island. So Esau been doing this shit.
Well, their top fashion designers, I think Gucci was a homo, Versace was homos. You know what I'm saying? Momo.
They're all into Satanism.
Yeah.
I believe Balenciaga. I forget what it means, but I believe it means Baal is Lord. Don't quote me on that, but it all goes back to worshiping demons, man.
Like you said, we all stay in the house. I got a precept. The book of Psalms, chapter 46, verse 10. Be still and know that I am Yahweh. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth.
Right, so we're being still, you know what I'm saying? Meaning what? We're patiently waiting upon Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and part of that is it's not doing what the world do. It's also written, love not the world, neither the things that are in it. Verse 3, and he pressed upon them greatly. So you know what that means? They're probably like, nah, man, we're gonna check this place out. We're gonna walk around town. And I was like, nah, you don't want to do that, man. Come with me. Trust me, you ain't see what I see. That's what a brother would do. You gotta imagine, in the ancient world, when you had guests, you honored them with your life. You wouldn't let nothing happen to them. They were under your roof. They were under your protection. You made sure they didn't want for nothing. You show them around, especially, that's like a brother come from out of state. What we do, we show them around the town, best places to eat, places to avoid. Don't go over there. Stay the fuck away from that strip. This place cool, got some good food. Get your gas here. That's what I was doing.
So he was hosting. He was a good host.
Genesis 19:3, and he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him, and entered into his house, and he made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. That's spiritual. He made unleavened bread because they had to get it there, leave in haste. The reason why the Most High had us make unleavened bread during the time of Exodus, so we had to leave Egypt in haste.
So it's pretty much a food that doesn't perish easily. Like certain foods you make with yeast or I think Gad made something called it was some type of beef jerky. But it was another one they made. I think it was just beef jerky, but I think Gad was one of the pioneers of beef jerky.
Yeah.
What they were on the run. They were running from the custards and General Lee, at the time.
The Indian killer.
Right.
Andrew Jackson. This is back in Genesis 19 and verse 4. So this is as they're eating, chilling, breaking bread, probably cracking jokes, talking about the town. But before they laid down, so that'd be before they even, put their head on the pillow.
Right. Get the jet bag off.
The men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round, both old and young. That's crazy.
Old Sodom.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Old ass,
Flamers.
flamboyant motherfuckers and young. Sick place, man. But that's what happens here. And that's what's going on in these schools. These children are being turned out at a very early age. They're being taught about
sexual conduct, protection, which seems kind of not half-ass bad, but what you teaching my child about sex, condoms and stuff, you know what I'm saying?
That's not your place.
Exactly.
That's actually the place of the parent.
Yeah.
That's the thing with this. That's the thing with America, man. What you don't realize, Esau it's tricking you to give away your rights.
Right.
Because when you put your child in the school, that's pretty much what you're doing. That child is the parent now.
Right.
You know.
Well, wasn't it a book? Was that the
Excuse me.
New
That
World
school is the
Order?
parent.
Yeah, it says what you said?
The state going pretty
To
much.
raise your child.
And how they did that is they took the woman out the picture
Yeah.
by putting her in the workplace, and then also they did that so they could tax her too.
Yeah.
But then that also fuels what? The spirit of adultery. You know, which further destroys the household.
He saw he strategically. That's like he a true devil.
He a cunning hunter.
Right.
This is a well thought out agenda. You know. Genesis 19 and verse 5. And they called unto Lot and said unto him, where are the men which came in thee this night? So they was looking for the angels, man. Like, we know you brought some dudes in here. Where they at? Some crazy. You gotta imagine it's late. They probably drunk, high, you know.
Ugh. Nasty work.
It says, bring them out unto us that we may know them. And that's just not so we could, you know, dap them up where you from.
Yeah.
That carries sexual connotations.
Right.
The scripture says Adam knew Sarah and she conceived a child. You know, Isaac knew Rebecca, she did conceive. You know?
The one says he took her in the tent and he knew her.
Yep, I believe that was Isaac.
The Isaac, yeah. So that right there, referencing, sex.
Angel had to exercise that spiritual power on them. Smoke their ass with blindness.
Yeah.
Get
He
these,
did the what's that krillin, the flash,
solar flare.
the solar flare.
Back these niggas up, man. That's what you got here. You know? Bunch of old, young, you don't even know. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch yourself, man. Shit crazy.
Yeah, they all in the shit. Some of them call themselves bi and I'll try anything.
You know it's but you know this gross dark in earth because I got a cousin, female cousin. And she had a young guy's daughter, only 12, 13, and she let them have a girlfriend. A lot of those parents was doing that, man. 10 years old, 11 years old, and they have girlfriends, or, let them like, yo, that's it. Like, the fuck?
I seen a chick at fucking job, man. One day she was dressed like a dude. Oh, this bitch is stud. Then the next day she came dressed like a girl again, all feminine. So this confusion. They're totally confused, man. And a lot of them are real young, like 18, 19, 20.
The youngest one I saw when I was doing Lyft some years back, I was taking this young sister, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, she was talking to me, I was like, yeah, what you doing? She was like, yeah, I'm going to my girlfriend's house. Yeah, girlfriend house? Like, how old are you? I'm 12. Your mom know that you got? She said, yeah, my mom, she don't care, she happy.
Back in the day, that shit was frowned upon. For one, having any kind of so-called boyfriend, girlfriend at a young age, but then going left, going funny, nah, that was nothing you would, you know what I'm saying?
And on top of all that,
No.
she was still in elementary. She wasn't even in high school.
Yeah.
I thought, you know how Jake girls they develop a little bit. I thought she was already high school then. Nah, she's still in elementary. Yeah. So you know how that was it's like I want to say like 2000 what 15, 16. I was gonna live so. But that was just back then. That was crazy. It was much now.
It gets worse and worse every year. Because they get more and more bold with it.
Yeah.
You know, and then they see more people coming out, so they encourage other motherfuckers. You know, it's popular now. It's the thing to do. I'm gonna do it too. You know. It says, and Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him, and said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. So that's another indicator. Why did he say that? You don't do so wickedly. What was wicked that they wanted to you know, if they were just going to shake their hand, dap them up, give them a hug, you know, welcome them to the town. No, these were demons, sexual deviants. Verse 8, This is another indicator. Behold, now I have two daughters, which have not known man. Meaning what? They were virgins. They
Right.
haven't had intercourse with no man that laid with them. You know?
Shit, you'll die for a virgin right now if you could have one.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I know.
As a young man, you know what I mean? It's like, yo, you ain't gonna find no virgin like that
Nope.
nowadays.
Not in America.
You know what I mean? They'll laugh at you. Motherfucker talk about you a virgin. You know?
It says, "Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you." So he was mocking their ass. And you do to them as is good in your eyes. So, and that was a righteous act. He said, "Man, I got two daughters. Let me give them to you. Don't touch these men."
Right.
You know.
They ain't want that. Damn.
It says, "Only unto these men do nothing, for therefore came they under the shadow of my roof, and they said, stand back." They was like, "Nigga, get out the way." Pretty much try to break in the house, man. And they said again, "This one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will needs be a judge." Pretty much, you know how niggas are. You think you're a judge, you know? Only God can judge me. And that's the spirit they're in. "And now we will deal worse with thee than with them." And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door. So they wanted to jack Lot up, man.
That's how hard them demons was on him. You know what I'm saying? They was trying to hear you. They was not trying to hear you. You got to say.
But that's how Jake be in the penitentiary, man. They got gang wars over them fanboys, man. That shit be crazy, bro. Like hard criminals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they over there with these little punks and shit, and
Yeah, man.
passing them around for cigarettes. And
Cause you remember being younger, you would grow up, whatever. Some Jake come through different parts of life. Some Jake, you might have grew up in the streets, so-called OGs and shit. But you realize these niggas is moles. They be upstate doing mo shit.
boyfriend, that's what they said. Well, then he must got a girlfriend up there.
Right, you running back to jail. You must like it in there. You must
Right.
like being in a fucking cell all day
Right.
with another man.
Undercover brothers way back then.
Super.
Motherfuckers just worthless. though.
Super undercover. But yeah, that homosexuality and gangster, that shit goes hand in hand. You know? Who was talking? I forget the guy name. I think it's OG Percy. I caught one of his
Hello.
interviews. He was saying that, man. He went to, I think he did some crazy shit, like 30 years, maybe more.
Yeah.
But he said when he got in there, his OGs were up there with boys. You know?
Yeah. Motherfucker look at you funny, like you off by not, you know what I'm saying?
That goes back to say, man, I just go to Esau, how Esau running his own kingdom, man.
But he did that on purpose to destroy the Israelite man. Because if you think if that's going on, ain't no procreating going on.
Right.
And then, with you doing that, is going to piss the Most High off, so now the Most High going to destroy you. It's all a trap, man.
I think it was just this inmate got sent up by this Jake female judge. She said you're gonna get passed around for cigarettes and
Oh, damn.
and something else. She said you're gonna get passed around for cigarettes and something. She said, yeah. So they know what happens in these
They don't give a
in these places. The wardens, the COs is in on it. You know what I'm saying? Like this place is crazy, bro.
I remember some years ago, I guess they was allowing like certain prison facilities allow the prisoners to get women. They'll have like open doors for like people that live outside. You know how people had that little towns outside the prison, you know, they could come in and mate and stuff like that with the men to keep down that sexual disease and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Violence.
Yep.
spiritual Sodom.
So they showed you that in that movie Life. Remember when they had who's that?
Visit.
Who's that? Which one was that?
Claude.
His
Yeah.
wife.
Claude
came.
and Ray, yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Was watching that movie, I ain't even peeped that until I got old. Like, oh shit, that dude was he was a punk. The one that ran and got himself killed.
Yeah.
Because he didn't want to go back to his family like that.
I can't go back to my mama looking like this.
And they had Bernie Mac. He was another punk.
Yeah, Bernie. Yeah. Well, he was the I guess he was the so-called giver, and then he got the receiver. So he was the masculine. He was the male out of the relationship.
The Most I said both got to be destroyed, man.
Exactly.
What his name was? Shaky leg. What his name was?
Jingle leg, something
Jingle
like
leg,
that.
Jingle leg.
Jingle
Leg. Wait, Jingle leg. What I told you about pitching rules?
Right.
Some weird shit.
Right.
You know, they put it as a comedy, but the shit is true. They put the shit right in your face, man.
That's the vibration, man. That was like working on Jake, Psyche, and
But if that was going on way back then, which they say Esau started that shit, because it's buck breaking.
Well, that was the same Jake that plays Joanna Man.
Yep,
so that's
exactly.
that whole homosexual wearing dresses shit. That these guys, so-called keep fucking playing. You know, because who's that? Mrs. Doubtfire. That was Steve Martin. Who was that? Robin Williams.
Yeah, Robin Williams.
So Esau been wearing dresses and shit too.
Cause that dude that played Ronald, man, I ain't watch it yet, but he on YouTube, we got like an interview. I just seen the thumbnail. It was talking about how that playing those parts messed up his career.
Blessed Lord. You also have, what's that Jake name? The young Jake that played in Big Mama House 2. Light skinned brother.
T. Jackson.
Yeah, he did that. And he said, ever since I put that dress on, the Most I've been cursing me. He said, I got a fucked up baby mom, can't see my children, his money fucked up. You know?
He went right back into Hollywood though with his weird ass.
He thought the Israelite lifestyle was going to be something sweet. Trying to make fortune, trying to make money off it.
It says, Genesis 19:11, and they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they worried themselves to find the door. So just like you said, they had to use spiritual power on them to blind these niggas to save Lot. You know, because they pretty much would have killed Lot or you know, to get in there to the angels. Go back to that in Luke.
Verse 29. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire, brimstone from heaven, and destroyed them all.
Same way, and that's the same way this place is gonna be destroyed. You know, going to the nukes. You know,
that was a precursor to what's gonna happen here and happen in the south.
And those same spirits are back. That Damon spirit. Next Friday, man. You know.
Nah, that shit.
I'm a boy, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
Lake City. Sodom and Gomorrah, destroyed.
Boy, goddamn it. That shit was funny. Don't you know I'm a we ain't in prison no more.
He said they tried to put a worse scene in there, but he had to tell them, nah. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing that.
What's wrong with you, song, man?
I always wondered, like, why the fuck they put that in this movie? You know what I'm saying? That shit really not funny.
No reason to have to.
But it's a psychological thing, man, to destroy our people. Because even though those movies with Wayne, but scary movies, they should do a lot of, looking back, they should do a lot of homosexual shit in those movies, man.
Oh, they've been doing that for years. They've been doing that since In Living Color, man.
And now look at now his daughter's a homosexual. So that's judgment, man.
Who that?
Marlon Wayans.
Oh, yeah.
You know. This is Joel 3 and verse 8. It says, and I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai has spoken. So all you nations that have touched us, put us in slavery, you're going to be sold into slavery. You know, it says that I shall take them captives whose captives they were. You you know. And then even with that, a lot of the men are gonna be killed off in war, which will what leave a lot of female captives, which we're gonna take those female captives and make them our wives, the ones that we want. Other are gonna be handmaids and servants to our women, you know. Verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. So this is what we're saying. We're letting other nations know to get ready for war. You know? Wake up the mighty men. So all the top mighty men, because each nation got their mighty men. They got great warriors. Even Esau. Esau got some bad warriors.
Lion like men.
Exactly, especially Moab. You know,
Kung Fu fighters, airmen, the samurai, the ninja.
you know. So each nation got their top, which a lot of them were Israelites, you know, but each nation does have their top warriors. Like, for example, the Philistines had Goliath. You know, Esau got his top warriors, like Julius Caesar, Alexander the Great, Titus Vespasian, etc. So all these different nations that got those top warriors, they're going to be in those same positions today, and Mosai is going to use them to get ready for this war.
And Bach, Thailandese, Thailand.
Forgot his name was
Tony Jaa.
Jaa.
Let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Come up where? The valley of Jehoshaphat. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears, right? Ain't nobody worried. War is on the minds, man. So every bit of money is going to what? The military. You know, beef up this nuclear arsenal, form alliances. You know, so we don't gotta worry about dealing with the Babylon the Great or its currency, or them putting sanction on us. Because that's what Babylon is. It's the hammer of the earth. You know? It says, let the weak say, I am strong. These nations, they ain't weak as they used to be. You know? Verse 11, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about thither, cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Let the heathen be wakened. That word to be wakened means to what? To be roused up, to incite for violence. You know, so they done started some shit, man. That's what Russia's is roused up now. You know, they on the, they on the fence. You know, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. And that's what's going to happen. Most High is going to gather them there, and that's where they're going to be judged. The reason for that's what you did to Israel. And with that, we're going to be put back in our own land, ruling the whole earth under Yahushua, man. You know?
I think Putin just threatened Poland or something about the U.S. setting up a base there or something. I saw something about that.
Yeah, they right on that border, fucking with them, man.
And they've been using all kind of weapons of war. I sent one thing to the chat where they were sending out these radio waves or something to like top CIA agents, and they was getting these crazy migraines and shit. It was wild, man. Like it's like threw off their equilibrium to their balance and shit. It was crazy.
Esau got all kind of shit, man.
Yeah.
Microwave weapons, all type of advanced weapons. Robots, you know. Bringing, man, Jacob's trouble gonna be crazy, man. Drones, you know. Mosai can take out whole hoods. You know, Jake think they tough with their blocks and shit.
You seen that one where they had the little small drone, and that shit was flying, and that shit crashed into the dummy head and shit. And it was like,
Small
blow up.
explosive.
Yeah, yup. You saw about the exercise his gift, man. He was blessing.
He got a company called Deep Robotics. And what it said about Esau, he accomplishes a diligent, you know, he goes deep, man.
Right.
You know, that's what. I was was gonna say that's one thing about this devil. He does deep research.
Yeah.
Jake don't really, you know.
Take the shit of that.
They just did the attack on the Palestinians, small hats with the cell phone.
Oh yeah.
Small explosives inside so-called Hamas's phones or pagers.
Use the frequencies to make explosives. You know?
Yeah.
That's his blessing. His blessing is destruction.
Yeah. What you call them in the Hebrew? The yaya, the instrument, mercenary.
Kaiwan.
Kawan, yeah.
I believe that's the name for Cain. Cain goes into spear or
Two-ball can't, yeah.
or weapon.
Yeah.
Two-ball Cain, traveling mercenary.
Yeah.
You know, that's what he do. Go around killing.
Right.
This is Genesis 18. Gonna end it right here. And 21. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down and shall be found no more at all. So this place was founded by violence when you think about it. The bloodshed, tears, sweat of the saints, and it's going to be thrown down by violence. You know?
Like you said, like you pursue blood and all, it's going to pursue you.
Since thou hast not hated blood,
Yep, that's how it goes.
even blood shall pursue you.
Like they say, live by gun, you die by.
And the Lord told that to Peter. He said, all those, that shows you that because Yahushua is Isaac, you know, one of the reincarnations of Yahushua. And that shows you Yahushua set up Esau to lose anyway. You know, because he gave him the blessing of the sword. But then he told Peter, all those that take up the sword going to perish with it. You know, and Esau,
He gave him the outcome of it.
and Esau, and Esau going to destroy himself with the nukes. You know, those eyes cold, man.
Calculate.
I know Esau probably like, wait, why you ain't told me that? And you gave me that blessing back then. Now you wait until we. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what Esau said. He said, you only got one blessing for me. I know you got something for me. Lord's like, I got something for your ass.
That's why you said be careful what you ask for.
Yeah.
Back to that. Right there. Be careful what you ask for. Hey, that's just like I was watching cartoon what's it? Green Lantern cartoon and shit. And the dude, what's the dude? The villain dude that got the yellow. His name was Pistol, I think. And he was trying to get a weapon. These aliens made a weapon for him that power his ring. And it was a great weapon. And the alien told him, he was like, he gave it to him in the brittle. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, you know. He was like, he basically kind of warned him, like the person that, he said, let it not be your own destruction. The person that wills it could, something like that. He was basically telling him it can be used against you at the same time. Yeah, you may will it, but if you become too greedy, it's going to turn against you.
That's spiritual too, because swords, you know, guns, they got spirits on them. Like
Yeah.
that movie, going back to that movie Juice.
Yep.
You know, when that nigga got that gun, he started tripping.
Yep.
That actually carries a spirit. You start getting power trip. Like you got power. That's why these cops, they'll back out on your ass real quick. That's why he said, I bared not the sword in vain. You know?
That's the curse also was put on Esau. It said you live by the sword, die by the sword. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
And that's exactly, he's going around murdering, pillaging. It's going to come back to him. You know? Because it said, Revelation, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. You know? And with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakudas. Shalom to the elect.